believe we can plus up a little bit?
Well, Trey, thanks for having me. You know, I was an F-22 pilot. Many of the folks that participated in Midnight Hammer against Iran were my friends. These were people that I trained with. At the tactical level, I think we do a very good job in some regards, but the reset that Secretary Hegseth just summoned over 500, 600, 700 generals to Quantico for to focus on the basics, to get ready to be lethal, to double down on modernization and readiness so we can fight the next war is appropriate. And I think there are some big holes, and they start with standards. The low standards that we have seen over the past 4 to 5 years, the erosion of those standards, we live and die by them. The Secretary is absolutely right to call the generals together and to say, if this makes your heart sink, then do the honorable thing and resign. But I think most people in that room want to be commanders, and they want their subordinate commanders to be able to apply good order and discipline to the military, which we have seen a drastic reduction in over the past 4 or 5 years under President Biden.
All right. I was in an airport just yesterday all day. I'm in lots of airports. I actually have not seen what I consider to be overweight soldiers. I've seen some overweight members of Congress, but I have not seen any overweight soldiers. The ones I see, and ones like you that I see on television, and guys like Ryan Zinke, whom I served with, and Dan Crenshaw, who's a friend, they look fit as a fiddle to me. So what's going on with the push-ups and the pull-ups on social media? Is that to motivate soldiers? I mean, when I see soldiers at the airport or wherever I see them, they look fit to me.
Well, I'm glad you're running into fit soldiers. And, you know, probably the majority of the service members fall into that category. But we can't have distractions, and the foundation has to be high standards. It has to be good discipline, and it starts with decorum. It starts with physical fitness. It starts with our grooming standards, you know, looking sharp, acting sharp, because that makes sure that there's no distractions for the tough stuff. I mean, this is just the foundation. For thousands of years, militaries have focused on good order and discipline, and physical fitness has been a key part of that. So I think when you pull the curtains back a little bit, you actually do see a lack of decorum. You see a lack of physical fitness. We're going to get back to it. And maybe it's only 10 or 15, 20% of the service members. I hope it's less than that. But 1%, if they don't have that standard of fitness, that's too much. We have to get to the foundational piece where our military can focus on, as you mentioned, China and Russia and the tough threats around the world.
Well, before I let you go, I want to ask you about China. You obviously were a pilot, a very high-level pilot. When you survey our Navy, do we need more ships? Do we need different technology? When you think about waging a war a Pacific Ocean away, what keeps you up at night, if anything?
Well, as Raising Cane said when he came and spoke to our a conference here in San Angelo, Texas, he said, nothing keeps me up at night. We keep the enemy up at night. And I love that attitude. But we as Congress and those that are in leadership positions do need to make sure that our soldiers and airmen and sailors, that they have the right equipment, that they have a level of readiness that allows deterrence, and if needed, that they can go win and fight the wars that our country calls on. So, yes, I think we do need ships. I think we absolutely and President Trump was right. Secretary Hegseth was right. They've made great strides in air power to get the F-47 and the B-21 and the technology that we need. But it's not just the weapon systems. It's the ability to operate those. It's the training. We have to recapitalize. And by the way, this shutdown that Chuck Schumer has orchestrated is devastating to our readiness because it doesn't allow those service members to go train and do the things that they need at a high level if we continue on with this nonsense. So they've got to get back to work. This is a distraction that we need to get back to being ready for that next conflict.
August Pfluger from the great state of Texas served our country in one capacity, now serving in another and joining us on a Sunday night. Thank you for all the above.